Mo ato Ghana this year mama ha mama kwaba ha ye peace 104.3 yemena so sa ensema yensaka na osemufo nso age bre na waso no so fe coffee no ye be kenkan ye ma mu se wi aprem to bre kase bo ensemu isi wafidie nda peace na wafidie da okay 101.7 obenya bi no watie neat 100.9 obenya bi no watie na wo asante mantamu so dia for fidie no eto hello 101.5 anyo omunko a radio stations in Kaye and yes bobo so ade beche buburuja so otwe hunyi omunya na omo so kasebe mu ato apeto my Ghana fa na babia wo bia no so etimanya bre na kasebo watumi atie bie aseda enkoma this way chocolate drink ne ohia no a enu so hie special range of drinks best point and best assurance omunya na ebu achidom na wiapem to bre kasebo yi ye be kenkan ye dia mambo na se na munim no bese mereka kra ni prem to breka se bo edibro bia no yensem etodwa fi hu nyina nia emu ahwam na editie ene ye boboso edi amamo na ye hyase efiro pepombo so me January ni ya boboso a ewie yi ye bobebo awura ewo boboso me September ye fire boboso me mu ye bebo awura hini me boboso me October ensem ye tutodwa nia emu ahwam na emuditie no nia boboso edi amamo na ansa na no
Aboafo moso ya seama ye de awia prem to breka se bono ba besomwo eye MTN 4G Plus MTN 4G Plus eye fastest internet connectivity se wodi di dwuma ewo abefo ententan so a enya de ebeja wakwa akosi kwentin fi se ekwa na eko eye MTN 4G Plus ena mekanfo ediama wawie Suzy Herbal Center e the CB Men capsules CB Women capsules NFA CB soap abedwaso CB men no siesie mema papa emomutimi gina brand enya hoden CB Women capsules nso siesie ma fichikom how be e wo ba so ni na no eyini na e di free honom na CB soap ye di twi na ho na ntema propro bi etete wo 90 apapa ni nyina no eye CB soap e na obetimi e di asosa wo ha no ano ekwan frɛ wo mo 0247 111 671 anase 0246 578 750. This way chocolate drink eye cocoa crojin and ayede aye trebinum nyewu hia ene ensushi.
na afimu ababosumi mu eno oso afa be die kira woda aso ye hwa sase eno obade ne petwe ho hia so orumanyamfo de odumere kuruka be kan say galamse ko no ayeden pa na so nyina mu na mpipini aban ombetu ase simple
bo security agencies na bado wa anamona wetu ma yetum ya arrest them report them no nti ono should indicate to Ghanaians there as a government, we've not thrown our hands in despair. We solve. We are so determined, and on an American cash as in the day. A kono onye from back home, onyaza order from onye what's a brother or Joe.
Orumanyamfo George Mirekudu Kanenka ena mutie na sansem krona ho ena nkane woswafo a saso ye krona no no odano Orumanyamfo Alhaji Yunus Afuseni so beka say sa Aisha wanga ye deport ni mrebi na wasafa kuntu na sababe wura mu omaga na mu no ne ho adwiri ne papa.
But we're not serious. Adai over penyin shasi in 2017 say over fighting galamse me new ye nyina ye nim ashantehini otumfo ose tutu kan say aban onim die omu ye galamse me new ye gie tum say government officials are involved in galamse. There's evidence say omoji excavators ne yirai sa evidence nyina what to say oman penyin da na adonko akufado wayi obi edi on the
Enkane woswafo no oda so ye hwe asase ena oba de ne patwe hu hia so ano Orumanyamfo Alhaji Yunus Afuseni openyini de sansemana tudwa afia mu ewo ebo bosomi no emu
na ebobusumi ni munso Ghana ye mampanyi na nado danko ekufuado ebe kasaye na wadi tudwa se eye agenda 111 ena fenso se ye hwe na pania ye de kuntia COVID-19 ye beye bi wo ye memu hanom so ni nyina ejina ensunsuan so boni ya COVID-19 yade no enya ewo oman no so na bra nipeku bi omu free Howard University ekosra wo mampanyi wona tena ye kese mu ena wode nsem yi etudwa wo kire mu se pania ni ye krebi fra omuma mu ase ye den ne ma medru ye nunti ena ye ya adwen se ye nso ye beye bi wo ye mamu nti o kata kire omo se omumwa oman Ghana ni entimi nye sa panie no afen so se ye bekaya Food and Beverage Association for Ebekasaya bra na eniema buo ehwiri kwosoro saa reto a ededa niema so ekosoro no omu bekire mu se oba ebibrem atoye fam ha Ghana nko ani omaya import duty ehwiri akwa gina ohanchechemu aduonum enti omo de to aban anim se wonye bibi mfa wonye saa de omadwuma no ebegu
Ghana for bekaya afi mu de ebeto dwa se afim pinu ne adonu 2024 abatu mu no se wonni Ghana card a enya de aba no betumi atobi ene ebeye deja okrum ha ene omo Ghana card no omo ni Ghana card amonyofo obi bia de na no tumu ka se de bi se ye ne se afim pinu ne adonu 9 se de Ghana card na beto aba pa de a ene enya de omo bepene so na abra eguso etutu no sere ne abasa ene opinina woda atena hwe abatu so ano setisna ni Madam Jane Mensa beka asenya no kreda yemfa Ghana card no to aba bia 2024
ya ti say nkrofo ka say ye be use Ghana card for voting ye pese ye kan na say ye use Ghana card for voting if say wo hwe ye card no so a wutumi hu say e kire district a wo e kire polling electoral area wo e kire polling station ka wo na Ghana card ne ni sa features nti ukita Ghana card a udi ko he na yan card no share features e kire wo baby a ubetumi akọ nti wo hihye register no a every polling station ye wo ndin a wo ho ubetumi prepare ma wo if so mo wo system no so na Ghana card ne de ntisa baby a wo bia utrin crime na ukosra wa danfo wo Kumasi ye Ghana card wa ubetumi a register wa ju Ghana card nti enhihye wo along the lines of districts electoral areas any polling stations nti untumi you see in fan voting
Titina ni a oda atena hwe abato ho nsem kan so ewo Magana mu Madam Jane Mensa mami e de sansem tu dwa ebobusumi a wo kiri Magana card enya no kre sa afim pinu ne adunu na ye no ene ye de beto aba na bosumi kro no amusu no okokopie mu ewo mrahye bedwafie a abedwako omo na hwe nsem kan so eye nkitahudie so openyina wode wona no se deputy ranking member woni manyamfo ABF Seni ono so kasa tiere mu se same card registration a ekoso na omo Ghana card omo ni bi omo nyina na etwetwa omo sim card mu no empinfo sa na muntu no ne bonjo so
the SCA through the Ministry of Communications stands on the verge of denying people the use of their SIMs if they are not able to meet that deadline. Already 2 times a week. It's one too many. I mean, I think that we are already beginning to punish people through no fault of theirs. It's a punishment. Why should I be deprived the use of my phone or my SIM card twice a week through no fault of mine? Is it the fault of the people not to have the Ghana card? They have gone to the places and they can't get the card. Is that their fault?
Openyina kokopie mu e omrase bedwefie abedwoku a omohwe nkitahudie hu so. Openyina wode wona no se deputy ranking member onumnyamfo ABA Fuseni ninka e na muti openyina lisanse me na tudwa ebeboso no mu afimu.
Sanso ene ewo obobusumi ni munso penya wada inkitahudie ano ewo electricity company of Ghana William Boateng ebekasaye samre no no mo de aba betudwa se enyina mahoden bo no mo ba betum enti opanyi bekasaye no de to Ghana de hye nyina anim se eniema binti ebontum no mo de bae ne yebese tue bibi kakra esa de aka ho
PRC announce omodern average no kokan. So we individual no baby a woda no obetua bebre ana untua bebre ano nso na sisem. Na mum so hwe ne PRC kra announce no a obo say for the first time in history e wo PRC tariff structure ni mu no. Omo intentionally no eboa industries nipa any small scale businesses. Until for the first time here about the tariff ya to Peace FM ha mo di adwuma no. Average you know mo de no cost by 5%.
Openya yete ne nkan eye William Boateng on neda nkitahudie ho sama no ewo Electricity Company of Ghana na eno achi so ebobosom yinimu no Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana for ebekasaya bra eye Kenel retired Kwadwo Damoa aban eye se ni dibre na na se tumi edi ama no se wonye customs boss no sa amre de tumi no wonfa nto ho no wonfa ma na bedi ekire Seidu Idrisu Idisa sa amre no ekuo ibekasaya no mu kire mu se penyi ya yeyi ne pa de Ghana hwere de sanse ni dibre no obie no wo betimi akura mu se de na wo ye no no.
Look at the performance of Canada more at the GRA there since he took over office, the way he inspired the men and women in uniform, and they performed tremendously. Having in regards to revenue generation, even to the extent that there was wrangling among uniform men in terms of lack of promoting them. He took the challenge, and he was instituting to make sure that those who do for promotion are having their promotion rank given to them.
Eni ayeti ye eye womwa omuka Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana ano.
Ebobusumi mu no na tena ye hwekwan so jojo ho nsem kan ye so de betudwa. Se efira afina hyase na ba bedura bobusumi mu no. Nipa enam kan kwanhia so ato na nanom wonse do so okeka beye apem hanan nu aduana miensa de kan kwanhia kumu nyina.
Afaka kwenchia ho nsɛm na ɛyɛ akuntabuo a bosome bia no National Road Safety Authority ɛne yɛ nnuama prosifo ya yɛbɛ akwenchia ho akuntabuo de ma ɔman na ɛbra yɛbu akunta no ɛna yɛakyerɛ mu sɛ enipa dodo a ewu wɔ yɛ ka kwan so efiri January ɛbɛsi July ending no ɛyɛ apem ahanan ne duanan miensa 1443 na ohe no sa no dia okrani ebi wom nanso enkranhye kakra bi e mayen no kyerɛ sɛ yɛde to affairs ho samreko no a akwanhye esiye epra eba mu ane owu oba mu no ɛso atete yɛdi kan akwanhye esiye no wode toto affairs ho a ɛso ate ɔhanche mu nsia ane akyirepɔ kakra ɛno ɛyɛ 6.84%.
Openyina wo hwe kyerɛ sɛ kwankyerefo penyini National Road Safety Authority Owura David Osafo Dontin nka na mutie yi ensem beto odwa ibobusumi afei mu na Ghana fo beka ibobusumi mu no na beto odwa se Krachi East mention Krachi penyini onumanyafo Francis Kofi Okesu ene hotel dan ya wodem wasantimenti made kwɔkyen ya openyini wodane mpa so waye nyamedia
meti ende anopa yi se yenua Okaso efremu no me wuduru me sanse me nyanhu sa ewi do ya te de betna ye area mu ade me nyanhu so bi ada wawu nti ye nyina na nwanwa yi ne amekira busianfo ne se nyame enka wo makoma ento wo moyem ade no oyesen aba wo anhwe ya wasen asua na bia akofa ha foforo so aba be
oti mantam no so afo numunyafo Joshua Makubu ena jibre etwetwere ekyerɛkyerɛ nsɛmu nsemkyerɛfo nsɛbi beto dwa bobusumi mu afei mu
na ebobusumi ni mu nso Professor Lord Mensa a wabene yie won kontabuo mu ewo University of Ghana Business School obekasa ya samre no na Auditor General edi nyumaku ahodo mu di ketase hye emu ntintiman odi omudin ebepia bonten enti abroad edin ni pia bonten na Professor Lord Mensa ebe kasa fa wo no se saa nkrofo ya yedi omudin abai sha na ankoye sedabia Auditor General de nkrofo din ba na Ghana fo akasa ho saa na akoda din da bi wose yedi omunyina efa so twen kwan so
see a report here abai the bureau Auditor General or report to Ghana for or report to presidency and as a report to minister bia. I mean, who is the responsible officer? And I say how the officer. Now, some you know, I bet to that. At the end of the day, who is going to own the report? Now, and as an institution, even the only report, now, or the implementation of the whatever recommendations that was given in the report, Ayajuma.
Professor Lord Mensa ene etiye na domkumo omo amrahye bedwam nso omo de nsem bi ekoma aban la General Hospital abra na aban nsiesie bi ana se na ewo so nsiesie bi ewa yasabia no ho no omo kire mu se omo bubu ayaresabia ne gu ewa afimpinu ni aduonunim 2022 nanso yewura afimpinu ni aduonumienu 2022 mu wonom no aha mame nsensi so biom La General Hospital no omubugu ye ewa afimpinu ni aduonu 2020 enti yebewura afimpinu ni aduonu mienu 2022 na mpanyimfo nyehwe emfa ho enti e madom kuma no bekasaye ena omode to mampanyi ene na aban anim so enimanimu ye omhwe na La General Hospital no omunsiesie.
This month is the 29th month and look at what is going on here. Absolutely nothing. What is even hurting is that immediately we entered here, we saw them packing materials on the site and moving away and leaving us here. So it's about time the president himself and his minister are candid to the people of this area. They are not being treated fairly at all. Getting the job done is our target. And we'll continue to come here until this contract or this project is fully executed. We are telling the minister that we are religiously following his lies and that we are telling him that nothing is being done here.
Kwabena menta kando ene den semi etu edwa.
Na Ghana for bekaya bobo sumi mu no ne beto dwa. Se abaya bi ne wonya nursing training mu kwan. Ewo emfimfim mantem ho no mankesim eye ankafo. Na okwakoya ne hyehye no wanwenti na ope baabi ada. Ene wono ankasa ne sister mpena wo yoso for koda na ncha de kyen ya abaya yakuno asasie no. Mejidi se sa asem no we kai. Na sa asem no ho ene ma chochorofo penyina woda PNC amonyuku na no. Madam Janet Asana na bla beka se na se Ghana ye wo mbra so obi ebone na sa no de nipa no ye bo no kumfo ne ye kuno ebe ya sa nipa mu di sanya mbra semi yen fo mu konko gina court na che se yen pusu Ghana mbra na di makum yen je omo so kra emfiro mu nsam.
That ritual murdering cases no are increasing increment and de bia ye di bekokot ye di kokota na nipakuna kasa ama di nipakuna di akotu life imprisonment ena omo aka no omo suro kura na omo asa akoye bi nti de ye kan say that death penalty no e wo ye booked mo for a reason say ye fa death penalty number ena obi a obesa ye ritual ena omo already omo committee ritual murdering cases are they are under prosecution, not even prosecution, they are in the court going through the processes and oma committed that oma prosecute omo sisia omo prisons yes say you omo bimbra na yen fa omo nkade o ye pro process omo sisia no.
Madam Janet Asana na bla o echochorofo penyini edema PNC amonyuku no ne nka ena mutie nsem beto bi abobusumi no mu na ensefufuro mu no se Ghana for bekaya afi ekwo na wiye no ebobo ba ebobusumi no na Ghana for kasa pa so my Ghana yesika asem nye amamuo ne yehu so ntia beya na nka aban aso afo no onye sesa wo mu ama Ghana aban so kra twe na ni yes ono de American system wo yusuo enti sesa de onye bi da we ma Ghana Anglican Clergy Association omudo omanu tumu sa aban ye ka bi etie ye resha for na bibiensi
di kan no yɛtae aban no akyi wɔ ne biribia mu na mmom deɛ ɛyɛ nɔkorɛ deɛ ɛbɛkɔ so aka sɛ nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ aban na wɔ sɛ wɔde to yie ɛyɛ Nana Akufo-Addo ne MPP aban ɔbɛyɛ reshuffle na afei nso ministers no adɔso ɔbɛte so na afei nso nneɛma bi a ɛhyɛ no nso paa tobus no meka ho asɛm tobus no nyinaa ɛsɛesɛe asɛe korɔ na aban no ntumi ɛnyini nyinaa ɛtumi ho no saa nse na afɛ bɛba na wieɛ na aban no atumi to anammɔn bi a sɛbi ɔmo adi dɛm nso bɛnya adwuma ayɛ na ɛde asomdwie nso ɛbɛbrɛ yɛma yi.
Opanyina ogina Ghana Anglican Clergy Association kuona na mudi nsɛm yɛ tudwa ɛne Venerable Emmanuel Atambensa nenka ɛna mutie nsɛm beto dwa ɛbɔbɔ sumi no mu afei mu.
Na Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry for ede adesrede to aban anim se eka bia wode wo mo no nhwe na wontua ne ntem emfama wo mo na afenso so no adwuma wode ama wo mo wo yakwan hodo so no ompie sikangum se de be adwuma no ombetimi awie ne ntem owura Emmanuel Cherry ena okasa nsemi
Cocobot or the Cabo Bruja. Contractor for Bebre, Ayajima, Amaban, Cocobot, Coco sector, or the Eka Bebre. Ugo Road Fund, Abain, Edieka Bebre. GOG, a Juma Abain, Edi contractor for Ka Bebre. Ugo Get Fund, Abain, Edi contractor for Ka Bebre. The Nina Chino, Yamanebo, Egusu, Ekosoro. Sesiano, contractor for Bebre, every site. And Nama, Aketia, Eba, Abain, Wantia, Scan Tama. The interest ebetu sika no so enti tama obenya no hu so ba betu asa sika no na sika no akọ esoro yi.
Ora Emmanuel Cherry eye panyi a wada Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry anoninka ene etiye na ebobusumi na mu na nadodanko Akufo-Addo eye COP27 dwumadie na se no okobi na wokoi na okokasa na ochire mu se ensem ahodo ampanyifo ede egu akwan mu so omode ba beboa na ewiem nsakraye esunsunsanso bone a enya owiase so no mo besesa no no ochire mu a omonsem no omonye no momfanye adwuma.
Excellencies, we're aware of the current geopolitical circumstances. Food and energy security are at risk across the world. Inflation is rapidly rising, and the climate change threatens the progress we have made, especially in Africa. COVID-19, which resulted in sub-Saharan's first recession in some 25 years, is still hurting Africa. Some 26 million people fell into extreme poverty, and 30 million jobs were lost. We are indeed at a crossroads. Climate action must not become another casualty of the complex geopolitical era.
Ghana man panyi na nadodanko Akufo-Addo.
Na ebobo sumi mu no na fotosanfo no nyamfo kenofori atabe kasa ye ditudwa. Se sika Ghana ye hwe ni mu e defi IMF mpenifo nche no. Ene aban ne mpenifo asinkonwa omo hwe hunu se IMF mpenifo mebebo omo tudwa pa. Se na be na sika Ghana ye hwe ni mu no be beduru ntem. Na timi beduru ntem obubu obosumi. O my Ghana ko masika no ene be ya kono pa senchenam.
The IMF negotiations. The formal negotiations for a fund-supported program began on Monday, September 26, 2022, and discussions are advancing smoothly. The IMF mission will cover a period of 10 days, and in line of His Excellency the President's dialogue with the IMF Managing Director, Kristalina Georgieva, negotiations will be fast-tracked to ensure the key aspects of the program are reflected in the 2023 annual budget statement in November 2022.
Ensemi beto dwa ebobo sumi no mu afia mu na ensem fufuro mu no se Ghana fo beka ya baya na okwakope school mu kwan o Cape Coast Medical kra boso dada ne sister mpena ene sofu bika wonti pa mo ho eje ne nkwan edifiri ne nsem no we manfanteman abato mpeso aso mera sebedwani orumanyamfo Ophelia Mensa Hayford edi beto dwa se ne yesi e won mpeso aso no ne ho adwire ne popa.
Say a castle on any be a woman tembi and ampotem be and also phobia. We reverence such an individual. Na sani pam yenui, I sang compass only a phoebe ebeka, sa any pecuo yenui. Now so ye de radias se omoto and as yapa omo and toma. Ye papa na I condemn that act. Say enye kra na entwa ye meme busia ye akọ na meni omu nyina ye twajo aka se anko ye entwa ye mema ebusia ye akọ ye papa pase oba abayo a watete no na erade ebie kwan na okọ interview ni ebefa no na wakoye na adwuma na ye twa ne nkwa so sa ye papa.
Arehusem yi beto dwa ebobo sumi ni mu na mara se badwani e de ma de hye won fanteman onimunyamfo Ophelia Mensa Hayford de nka e na mutiye
na abra S Gracia e ma ne hom ne so e wo man yi mu na Kwame Bafo a ye tie friend say abronye DC ebe kasa na oche mu say mampanyi dada Dramani Mahama Krampo no S Gracia no OGB ye man 14 million Ghana cedis nanso mampanyi de betu dwa say debi wanye S Gracia bia 2013 said the abronye e kano into Akan ne sa na abronye chire mu a womra no mfa dance e mechire se sa S Gracia no wanye
what also can occur na abronye ye trofo enti ka o de krata me ba bontin no e se sa o Ghana fo nyina hu se Ghana fo man se da bia me kase abronye di tro no o se ma gi 14 million sika me di ye ni e no no dia wo so o Ghana fo hu ni a wo di na mo ma nye 14 million me so me kan si so agina me na so asana kan si so say o di 14 million Ghana si say ye pia sika no e de ma e de to na account wo ADB on some demand the fact says see am no kasa ye wo Ghana ha no odi akatia ten former president bia ama no 1st September ye tia 35,000 Ghana cedis at an account mo
onipa ye tin nken eye Kwame Bafo a ye tie friend say abronye afen so ebobusumi ni mu abra fango bo ehwiri kosro no GPRTU for bekasaye na omokatro aban asum se said de fango bo ni si kosro no ano oden pa nti aban enhwe ho ensenkaye omukyire mu a afene ba behya ase no na fango bo 6.9 Ghana cedis diesel near 7 Ghana cedis afei de yedru afeni finfin anase afeni bekwa wie ya petrol na ehwiri ko 11 cedi 55 pesos na diesel no ko 14 cedi 50 pesos ento mu kire mu a ano odin dodo nti aban no enye bibi mfa ho
na from July na ekwan no ta ho a eti say yam to lawyer firm but now you do passengers no and now your market time but hoping crowd say dia suggestion I dey buy aban betie na ya yi price no to kakra ma encompassa na bedia man who so agree there say sa and I'm afraid young to me because from July their sacrifices are kodum pempen so say what time say wage almost no electricity almost no na say we better want to send a year. We are not to say we are afraid. Say because so sad, yeah. And the answer they are paying for better say now I can't never see any.
Openya wadan kitahudia no Emma GPRTU for Ora Abbas Imoro eno train semusi.
Na afia mu onu ebobosume ena adusuafo nka bomukuo yetwa ne tiafe no Nooks. Openya na wode kuya no se president. Ora Dennis Apia Labi Ampofo. Wode to abianim se adusuafo hu se betuma fa ntuma papa de afirade na mofrade no abama nani enku hu.
We've been a recipient of your goodwill as a student front, which is dominated by the youth. Some of the things you've implemented as president over the last few years has inured to our benefit extremely. So we want to, on the behalf of everyone who is receiving education and is a young person, say thank you for initiatives such as the free senior high school policy and the new one, which is the no guarantor policy, which means that colleagues of ours in school receiving education can have access to tertiary education, which is very key considering that we still have a tertiary enrollment average of about 20, which is lacking behind the global average of about 38%.
Na adesradia Nooks president Ora Dennis Apia Labi Ampofo de to aban anim no aban eyi na no se watie pa na eto asomu obetu ho na monsa.
The specific matters that you have put on the table are real, and there are matters that we are doing our best to address, and hopefully very soon you will see that government is paying attention to your quest, your interventions, and is doing something about it. Whether it's about scholarships or the nurses' training allowances. I'm particularly disturbed by the fact that virtually all of this year they still haven't received their allowances, and something needs to be done about it. They are not matters that are just on the table being uncatered for, but we will be doing it. The school feeding program, you know, the amounts involved are also considered significant. I mean, to move from 1 CD to 2 CDs, the budgetary incidence is. 2 CDs. 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 2 CDs.
Mpanyin na nado danko akufado ne nka na mutie ya nsem bia eto odwa ebobo sumi no mu eno no na ensem foforo mu no obi antimi ma ban pressure ekwan de nyesika ebeye ekwan de nyesika ye nye obi antimi ma ban pressure oswafo hwe akwan ena kwantempon ho nsem kan yeso ono no urumunya fokosi amokon ata afi wodi betu dwa se kwan wo Ghana doso pa obi anso hia nsisi enti Ghana for munto mobo eduru so a ye beye odie
work as much as possible as is being done now. So many roads are being fixed. We have challenges. I am not referring, only to this contractor and only this road in particular, even though that's the one we are addressing now. But generally, I'm not talking about resources to this particular contractor. There are many contractors who are to be paid for work to go on. And if I make that statement, it's a general statement that is facing our country. Whichever government is in power will face it.
Also for that akwan ni akwantempon so aso ye no ano. Onomanya for kwesi am akwanta. Openyini disanse me nyina tudwa afia mu ewo bobosome no emu.
Na sa abosome kro na emu nap companyfo edebetu dwa se aban ediomo ka bosome poripori edu enti omoje na wopanyi a woda napco trainees ano Dennis Opoku Katechie ekire nsemu sei
sebi producer 10 months arrears a ontua ya ade ahohihia ahokyere ekom ne anibre ama yen yuta yemu bia boro musia yentimi ntua ba school fees water bill be yentimi ntua no ye ma aban no fiada ebe 26 of August 2022 ya dientia ye kasa ne se napko no aban se ebe na wie ye 1st September aka to na aka bro na 1st September no aba enti shortest possible time no so ma nye bribie ni manimu ya na chese ye ba betena fie na se ye kotena fie ni akodan ka
Openye ayeti ni nken eye president Emma Napco trainees Dennis Opoku Katechie. Na fenso chorchofo penyi Emma National Labour Commission ora ofoswa Samoa ekasa no chire mu se akatua omo ye adwuma wo ankrankre enyumaku ahodo mu no wo fom papa ene omo bu fuels okwa na omo ginagina ho a wo to fangwa ye bebu ama wo no omo hwe nkrofo stores ene ne ekeka ho cleaners ni na no bosome ebiji 300 Ghana cedis ekopem 500 Ghana cedis na wo panyi chire mu ane enyan wo say aban ato wo mu a omo ya aban nyuma no ya to wo mu ka mu 15% o hanche mu dunum enti etwa se ankrankranfo no so eto omadwuma aketuem
aketua wo private sector no adia ewo fom yi o hwe wonga adwuma ewo filling station pump attendants omo ye adwuma wo stores omo hotels generally aketua no ene number 300 edikusi 500 adia ewo fom yi pa
Church for Pennyman National Labour Commission Orofuswa Samoa enini
na ebobu sumi mu no ena schools ahodo wo magane mu ankronkra de no wonkabo mu kuo openyina wode wona no se kwankyerefo orura eno kwasi gentua wode betu dwa se emu akyerefo no ene aban behwe ahunu se yebe mu obi atumi krata se na be na wodwumadi awudi se kyerere ni no empinufo nso ebehu
aban ba the issue and answer sa abodin krata no na license no be ma sa kyerere for mo private schools no na sa ekwan e be fa so de ama no na ye be ya no atum ni nyina ne se sa nkrata no ye be issue de ama school wa nomfo nti ho ka ene ho anamonto bia school wa nomfo na eso mo ye de etua ho eka no mo hwe se akyerere for no nsa ebetumi aka ye tia bie mu no se wo yo kyerere ni na wo trade wo private school na wo nko suapon mu enko je ntete a na nam school no so won satime kan sa license ya National Teaching Council for the bemeya untumi free school ba akomo enko school ba akomo
Orura Enoch Kwasi Jetua wo ye kwankyerefo oda schools ahodo wo magane mu anu ankronkra de no openi license me na to dwa ebobusumi no mu na ebobusumi no mu ano ena openyina John Ajekum Kofo Foundation wodano se kwankyerefo Professor Bafo Ajimandua wodi betu dwa se nka wono nko a nanka Attorney General Urumunyanfo Godfred Yebo Adame won se dambo atena yeso nkokora mpo a wo mo a Attorney General's report omo ho ebon mu no ye bedi omo nsem separate
so no aso hu ekase ane me nso just nchira ban na yente special offices for regions on be dealing with auditor general's report we idea bi ase fa me gidi se ebeboaye na se ne esi koso edi e na dos into we o se aban na ni bre o se aban ni bre pa na wo ma wa point wo mo se attorney general na wo ma town o mo fa tubi afutupa bi man na yenye sa ade se de be ya ebebo nipa kokko na sikadie no a ye dia ye ka fasika we kwesi school dan ya no ate fashion botom no akosi dan bi amfama boy ya na apaso na bubu agu koye kwan a no difa nti wenye o say ye expose man said nipa wo Ghana ye say o ma no ye adwuma ye ho nyina betini ayi afiri ho na ahoto kakra abaye man
penyin kwankyerɛ for that John Ajekum Kufo Foundation ano Professor Bafo Ajimandia openyin de sanse na tudwa afia mu wo bobosumi no emu
na se yebeka nso a Global Citizen Festival no ekoso afi ebobosumi ni mu mama mpanyin na nado danko ekufo adoko kasa ye samra na wiase nyina aba behia wo man yi mu na wo kasa no na enipakuo bi a na omo wo dwumadie na se eye no away cheso omo bon mo nsem mpanyin ko onkonko na cheso omo uhuru no enti eye Professor Ransford Jampo ebe kasa ye na wo tre mu se ase Ghana for mani nso ade na mpanyin pom mo ne homode wo mani so a e wo se mo ye ni sei
mbiri bi ebetwi mu ekọ omampani Mahama na ọkọ menhia ọkọ ma otumfo secretary ya akọ odu ho no ana nkofo bi o menhia start say moka kansem bi ana emfata ye kasa tia look oman no mo ye den obi abu efu nobody is happy with the way things are going na mom eno nkyere say se ye bodwa bi na e from omampani nso mbekasa wase a yebeye eniansade edebekire no
Professor Ransford Jampo a political science lecturer at University of Ghana Suapono emu afen so sa bosumi na emu ye ebobosumi no mampanyi abede tre His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia edebetu dwa se akwan ahodo a mampanyi eye no ohwe anim se bosumi nim no obewie ni nyina.
Construction of the Cape Coast inner city roads is part of the Master Project Support Agreement between the Government of Ghana and the People's Republic of China through the Sino-Hydro Corporation. A total of 441 kilometers of roads and 2 interchanges are to be constructed. The objectives of the projects are to enhance intra-urban, regional and national traffic flow, trade, and strengthening regional economic integration.
Mampanyi abede tre His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia. Yebejina we so ni ahome
Yema ya ho akwa bansem bi etu odwa ebobosume September mu no na poso ne yaboso tew edi amamwo na yefire ebobosume ni mu antentem so ye bowra hini mebosume ye October mu na October mu ena Ghana mampani adusho boy adupreman Ghana PSA na arodan kwa kufado edi to kwankyerefo panyi na woda state interest and governance authority atana nanim se wonhwe hu ni so woni auditor general modo omonto abepam ho eni aban ate na ya hodo a omonyo omumbɔ adwuma no omuntu omuso sa
I hold the shares as trustee for the people of Ghana. I believe all of you have read the 2021 Auditor General's report and have seen the numerous infractions stated on the part of the specified entities. The report clearly shows an increase in infractions, which demands answers from all of you here. The specified entities have been set up to provide efficient public services, promote public economic activities, and contribute to our GDP, reduce our imports, increase exports, and thereby strengthen our economy.
Na ensema Ghana mampanyin edi tuja say na tena ya hodo mombo mo homode mpanifo hwe hu ni say obetu won so sa no e na kwancherefo panyin na woda State Interest and Governance Authority atran na no owura Edward Boatin beka say no kure pa ensema mampanyin ka ne de e no kure o mehwe no matu hwana mo.
Your Excellency, as you directed us in your communication with us, the purpose of this meeting is to have an inclusive conversation with yourself on government's expectation of the specified entities, their prevailing challenges, and the significant role you expect board chairs to play to address the governance challenges and performance shortfalls so that in the coming years, the performance and profitability of SEs can be improved. Specified entities together control more than 50% of our national assets, and as such, we must lift our game.
Owura Edward Boatin nka ena mutie we kwancherefo panyin woda atena ye twanitia efe ne siga no ensemi wodi tudwa hene mebosumi no mu afei mu na ensefufuro mu ono sagana fo bekaya ye boru hene mebosumi mu na ase uyisu nkane na ase o mita ne ye prepaid die ne bia okope prepaid ato ene obre pa ene nansa ne echi na Ghana fo ato santene e chen se eyi omo register omo sim card ato santene omo goto prepaid so ato santene ene onam kwan ho ala nko na uhu na we na ma PRC ko no opanyina o kasa dem mo de betu dwa se ECG fo ma ha Ghana fo pa enti omunchi empatesika e fa ma Ghana fo
any no fault of the customers indeed. I will say ECG for no compensating customers no for inconveniences na their customers no cause obi kipanisika also kwako top power go do also need to top power na man and I say bia obi akoto ne power odu ni fie so upload it now into me upload ya we na one your services ne available into or say ECG pomodern a compensate customers ya
Dr. Eric Kofi Obute ojina PURC ko na mu no de sansem na etudwa ensem betu odwa hene mebusumi no mu afi mu
na Owura Samuel Mahama woye panyi kwancherefo Emma Electricity Company of Ghana abra na prepaid hu sensem yi aye deja na omanfo ntimi nto enyina mahoden engu wo mu prepaid meter so no opanyi ede chewpa ebeto Ghana de hye nyina anim se omaje omfum so atum na mum omfa nche wo mu
ECG afa ade bi mu a emfa bubrida yentimi nya adwuma kakra e wo bi se affect mu bebre ba ye besre mu se munya abutre na mu momode ankoso muan na yesre mu obi a ontumi to power bia sesei ubetimi ato ye vende ye nkrofo mu ton power man nyina wo area mu no ubetimi akono wa akwa
Owura Samuel Mahama eye panyi kwancherefo woda Electricity Company of Ghana ano na eye ehini mibusumi na emu nso kasamafo ma NDC amanyoku no lawyer Sami Jemfi ebe kasa ya bra na galamse hu nsensem ama ne homene so a ebeto odwa se mampanyi na nado danko ekufu ado na pamfo ni bi ensa ehye galamse a ekoso na se na obekasa yese wo momudin epie wo mu no aban entwe omaso.
We demand the immediate prosecution of all government functionaries and MPP officials who have engaged in illegal mining, such as Charles Bisu, Chama Wuntumi, the evidence is clear, the Minerals Commission, your own Minister for Lands and Natural Resources say Chama Wuntumi is doing galamsey in the Tano Nimiri Forest Reserve. You don't need any other evidence before you can prosecute him.
NDC amanyoku no kasamafo lawyer Sami Jemfi enkanieti
na ahene mebosumi mu no na video bi apie social media so ena papa bi a wabu eduanko mu bi bese eduankora bata ena abofra kuma bi a onya mfincha ne miensampu ene obo abofra na papa video hwe bi a oyem beche wo obo abofra no left right and center we na Dr. Jones Opokoware we opanyina e bani pabonfo se mu hwehwe mu a wa bi wo mu ye pa odi betudwa se gender ministry no kra mo te ho ye den chese be America kra ni ye nti o mo kan kra okurum ha we die e good news omo fa so mo fa nje omudin
enjemediri se oman no institutions bi a say ye me ni ko hoye na ye make sure say eniema efa enkra ho de ti bi emfa ni ago Simple Sakran survival, a yes, psychological effect in your Akrano so. Akran di benyi no, minia enye effect ketwa. And unti ehun here, say science institutions we nyina no. So man dey die so bunyina sorry.
Dr. Joseph Opokuwari, we opinion a eba ni pabon fo semu hwehwemu okuremu a wabe wo mu ye pa. Opinion is answer na tudwa hene mebusu mi mu. Na ye wura nsem foforo mu a afia mu na guta ekuo no nkabo mu kuo. Adwadifo nkabo mu kuo guta. Wodi betu dwa sese ne Ghana ye sidi no. Na ho odin aye memre sen kontomira ye da banche so aye ba bepoto. Ede ya bunobunu nkwa na sa aban ya ntu ho na mompa de a omoni aban benya biaka.
And never any dance up a bit my year, and they say, sir, you know, crowd, I want to mean so what, and save rate, you know, and I want to be stabilizer, see this depreciation, and I want to be managing stabilizer. For the purposes of duty payment today, I buy me, I said, say, Bank of Ghana, MPG, MIN, maybe a bare 3 months of Krana. Bienya ahumiti bi ni ntimi duty no ebu onkoso na say duty no free 8 point rate na ye de ma customers for no free 8.2 Bank of Ghana pay so the 9.85 as I say that what they call na say ama duty payment no no so pay the mo akwa 30%.
Opinion oda guta ko na no say president Dr. Joseph Oben opinion is answer na tudwa ahene mebusu mi no mu afi emu.
Na bra PURC for edito Ghana Electricity Company of Ghana for enim say omu a omudwumadie ne ha omu ana omuntimi nto enyina monkane enam so ama bebre na ejapade asai omunhwe no omumpata wo mo no panyi kwantrefo a woda Electricity Company of Ghana ano Orasa Mahama ebeyi ano say yo omwate de sampata sika no ebema omanfo no nemum se wo ba wo de adansedi ebe kire sampa ubi bi say yansana sika no wonsaka
Obenya problem free the vending prepaid tower semi only. Uncle PRC no use grievance method ne near fan faso and fan compensating ni pano. Enko dance and say PRC the letter not to Sadia. Enya dia betimi ayamo obia friend say obia prepaid credits are. Did ye be ni say ye be fasa kwenya so aka say ani PRC aka. Nenso muma ye follow procedure na mumfa obia mfa no complain nko.
Orasa Mahama enka ene etiye na ehini mebusumi na emu nso edom kuma na omwo mrahye bedwam edebetu dwa se koko bontum aba na abanye na wonfa ebontum no metudwa na obia enhu bi na omukasa kire mu se ebontum no monhwe se enye less than 1000 Ghana cedis enti no ebontum na wase eye from 1000 Ghana cedis eko esan se eniema bo kwosoro papa na koko ne bo no nso ayeden.
The Ivorian price now leading Ghana by a whopping 192 Ghana cedis per bag. Ghana could be losing cocoa to smuggling as a result of the needless delay in announcing cocoa prices. Considering extreme inflation and hardships in the Ghanaian economy, the least this insensitive government can do is to pay cocoa farmers what we call remunerative cocoa prices. In other words, a deserving farm gate price.
Dr. Atoforsen our minority ranking member ene de sansem we nyina etudwa.
Na afi mu ahene mebusumi mu no opinion a oda nagrati ku na no se president Owura Angel Kabuno ode to obenem se free SHS de nhihye papa na so kwan aban ene na pamfo nam so a free SHS no woyentoto ne de afa no so man hweye pa de a school to aso ebeji egu.
I have been in the office of the Minister of Education on this issue of prepaid. He promised that the government is in discussion with Electricity Corporation of Ghana to spare the schools from cutting them from the grid. Unfortunately, his promise did not see the light of day. I know schools where headmasters and headmistresses have to mobilize funds to get the power on and ensure that the students are quiet and controlled in the schools.
Opinion oda nagrati ku na no se president Owura Angel Kabuno opinion de sanse na tudwa ahene mebusumi no mu afi mu na ensem foforo mu no afi mu ahene mebusumi kro na mu ena atena ehwe abato ho nsem kan so o maga na mu de betudwa se amanyoko dodo na okrum ha amanyoko bako be yedunson ene no ane so tinkran okomantema hodo mu office kro mu ni bi ene samanyoko yi ye gi omunya lance se de afiro mu nsem.
Na Ghana mampanyi anasa mampanyi dada John Dramani Mahama eve kasafa eye fango fotua aban eyi musika koye bibi fufro na wo kasa fa ho na o kyerɛ mu sɛ sa dwumadi aban sa sika no ekoye ye no obi ani ho ogitum mu na fa ngofo to nso de nka yenyi mu sika nkoye bibi fufro enti aban hwɛ na sa sika no onsan famra.
A stable world is a world without winners or losers. It is a world that respects international law. It is a world of equity where the strongest do not crush the weakest. I've lived long enough to know that any victory won through injustice, imposed not through fairness, but through violence and coercion, is a victory in the form of defeat. For the victor, for the vanquished, for global security, for humanity. That is why I repeat, whatever the fate of the hour, Ghana, my country, beacon.
To akasi ebone so na ehini mibusumi na mu mampanyi na adodanko ekufu ado ebe kasaye na wokyerɛ mu sɛ ɛyɛ Russia ne Ukraine ntɔkwa na ɛkɔso no ha wo bibia emfa ho sɛ nipa ne free Ukraine na sɛ on free Russia atene aba wo bia so enti mpanyimfo hwɛ na ntɔkwa no ɛto entwa.
Without winners or losers. It is a world that respects international law. It is a world of equity where the strongest do not crush the weakest. I've lived long enough to know that any victory won through injustice, imposed not through fairness, but through violence and coercion, is a victory in the form of defeat. For the victor, for the vanquished, for global security, for humanity. That is why I repeat, whatever the fate of the hour, Ghana, my country, beacon of democracy and stability in contemporary Africa, vigorously condemns Russia's aggression against Ukraine, a sovereign country. Ghana, the first country in sub-Saharan Africa to gain her freedom and independence from colonial bondage, in her case, British colonial rule.
Na adodanko ekufu ado ne twegu yi.
Ahene mebusumi mu no sɛ wo nam ofankɔ ne sɛ omkwantempo no so wo hu sɛ afidie mu ntum we nam kwan ho ani adan ya ben kwan nyina ye dwiri gu ani sɛ Ghana fo be kaya ani ye dwiri amanfo dan tu gu pa hwɛ abronsan kama na afidie dwiri gu ahwɛ oyim be hye wo na wei na ga West Mensin krati penyini orumanyamfo Clement wo kense be ka sɛ Ghana fo nkɔma nto mu yem saafo ni nyina ya tua mpotase ka dia mu nyina.
Amantanyo for time no aban aye Ghana highways omo ba the to asase a omo de be kwan na mechanics those days na yehu dan sa ewo so ema omo ma obia compensation obia na asase wo kwan ho bia no omo tua compensation ba aye wallet no wo enti omo ye kwan no e bia meka say instead say ankombe ye kwan no wo ano ne ano no omo anya de sa na omo ye wo mfinfi enti asase na ka wo ho no na nkofo fi so aban aye kwan na wi enti asase ya fa enti omo a aban ema omo compensation no bi enso e sha afia say omo tonton na o mi sa tan de zo ni mi say na menye mc so wo bi kwa kwano no osi da na ko kache no o si aban ni asase bi ya wo wo bi kwano no osi na ko kache no o so Ghana highways from a right of entry enti omo di asodin o se mechanics en o na omo di city so omo dan
Ga West Mensin no krati penyin orumanyamfo Clement wo kense nka na mutie na ensemi beto odwa ahene mebusumi no mu na ahene mebusumi no mu na Ghana mampanyin na adodanko akufo ado edeto mpenifo anim so oman Ghana si esidi na hode bebampa de a ene efulani fuo se mali fuo se hinfuo omo no mabo omo sisi okurum ha black market and you omo sa sidi na hode mbamuda.
The state of our currency and the turbulence in our foreign exchange market is a matter of notoriety now in Ghana, and it's a matter of very grave concern. I know you've been having a lot of discussions with the governor, your regulator of the bank, and I think I'll ask him also to come and give us a flavor of what indeed that he has been telling you and what he conceives out to be the problem. But one thing, though, I think is very important for us to address. The initial impulse, my understanding, the initial impulse of the creation of the Forex Bureau was at the time when our economy was opening up and liberalizing. And
Nanado dankwa akufado Ghana mampanyin nka na mutie odi tuja se Ghana cedi no omo so ka ho bie na asesa no black market for ka ho pa ntimpinfo ntu omo so sa ensebe beto odwa ahene mebusumi no emu
na omai munku ntabufo nso de babeto odwa se ne na niema bo no esi kosoro no na omu kire mu se yewura September busumi nim no niema bo na hwia afri 3.3% akodu 37.2% na chese na ano den pa
Consumer Price Index for the month of September 2022 stood at 140.6. This culminated in a year-on-year inflation of 37.2% for the month of September 2022. Disaggregating this from a food and non-food perspective, food recorded at a year-on-year inflation of 37.8% and non-food inflation 36.8%, indicating a 1 percentage point variation between food and non-food inflation for the month of September 2022.
Professor Samuel Kobina Enim Ono and Watching Semusei.
Na afia mu ono and Akan Ghana mampini JDM wada number 1 mahani. Wade to abayanim. Say for to sanfo no nyafo ken oforiata wontimi hwa opanyine to akonya no. Ne nyina ka ho bi ne yesika no. Essay sa no.
We're in this mess because an untouchable finance minister relying on his data bank workers and neglecting the advice of seasoned experts at the finance ministry has been left to run this economy into the ground. We're in this mess because the so-called solid economic management team over the last several years has been unable to call the president's cousin to order when he embarked on a reckless borrowing spree, when he embarked on indiscriminate closure of indigenous banks and financial institutions, and when he embarked on creative economic presentation of statistics.
Akan Ghana mampanyini John Dramani Mahama opanyini de sanse na to John Henry Bosumi no mu ewa fia emu.
Na edom kesi omo mrashe bedwam e de ba betu dwa ewa hinimi Bosumi no mu se soafo a wohwe esikasem so Owura Ken Oforiata ene Owura Charles Edubuahin mampanyi entu omo ade so.
Say ma yempanifo ye president te say enema ekoso nansen wo manmu enye yanika ya consult your constituents almost so express the same sentiment and inti ya the ekwame so after leadership of parliament so any leadership of the party so sema omampania so nti say ya pese animu ya no yema yewura Furiata our ye finance minister ene Charles Edubuahin our ye minister of state in the ministry of finance entranche na abayadwuma enkoso.
Nia wakasa ye eye Asante Achim North Emrashe Bedwani onimonyamfo Andy Kwame Apia onne gina edom kese na nemu edinsem nyina etu edwa.
Ghana fo beka ya hinu Bosumi mu no adwadifo nka bomu ko guta. Omo tutu omo stores mu nyina ye se sidi na ahode nim. Omo brepa na to ne ade ade so bu omo kon. Enti na nya ade omo bekodwa so akodi dwa. E na omo tutu omo stores mu a. Na omo tutu omo stores mu omo tifie da no. IGP ene ne mrantie police fo so ti ohugu kroma ohwehuni so mbebo ban na akoronfo nkonkosi adwadifo achi na wei ena ma opanyi na wadaguta kuna no se president Dr. Joseph Obeka se sana mo ntu IGP 2 ye ne de wa ya de papa
ye bu no ye do no ene onu so bu ye do no wo ba ye na dwumadi a wo ye bia no se ehia so obefra ye ne a wo ma ne nkrofo prama no afra ye wo se se mo ma kande a me wogidie wo mumu bibia ni onu ma ebetumi asie. Enti IGP ba oba ye no de edikan oba ka kire se yanhwe na security no bibia anye wa no na ono ankasa ba ye de ni behwe ye no so no ono aso gitum se we hu se basaba bia aba oye na bia ma obi ankohye wo bia ye ne ye members ye teamings of members and omo ankasa afri wo mu pem se wo mu ho kire omo sika ehye eniti yenye bibi ma aban yensu ntira ban na aban emeyi enti wo mu pem ene wo mu ade ato wo mu shop mu efri wo mu pem na wo mbeka so wo mu babie efri wo mu pem ene ade bia wo mpese wo mu ye free enne kopem juada na wo ma ye no.
Good Akono president Dr. Joseph Obeng opanyini de sanse na to dwa ewa hinu Bosumi no mu afia emu.
Na wapanyi a wotia edom kuma no ewo mrashe bedwam na wasaye mrashe bedwani Emma Banda Ahmed Ibrahim ekasa abra edom kese no de betu dwa se yesikasem soafo Owura Ken Oforiata enafe Owura Charles Edubuahin aban entu omade so no omo nso ede nsem bi betu dwa se ai omo pene so pa enu nti ombema dwumadie bi akoso wo mrashe bedwam asampanyufo nyina ye betu omade so.
Their press briefing long overdue. If they meant well, the day they went to cabinet meeting and President Nana Adudankwa Akufo-Addo pointed to them that you want me to sack my finance minister when he was sponsoring my campaign, where were you? This is what he told them in cabinet meeting. That was the day we were expecting them
to come with such a statement. You sat down. Now they came to correct the communication outside to say that he performed in the first 3 years, and that's why he's not sacking. This is not what he told them in cabinet. The reason why Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo doesn't want to change Ken Ofori-Atta is that Ken Ofori-Atta used his data bank to support his campaign.
Onimonyamfo Ahmed Ibrahim eye panyin a wotia Edom Kumano ewo mrahye bedwam nene ene yeti yi na ehini mebusumi na emu nso mampanyin na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ekobie bungalows ahodo ema atemuafo omo wa Asantemantam ena afen so quarter ashorte wa Asantemantam anunti ema nkrofo twa kwan eba krom ansa na omaba bedi omasem no nso omampanyin ede hye egu apono so a yebesi quarter ahodo ewo to ase no wo Asantemantam.
We're gathered in the same majestic presence of the Asantehene to commission this residential complex. I must at the very outset express the appreciation and gratitude of government and the people of Ghana to the Asantehene and Asante for their immense support for this project. Ladies and gentlemen, in the course of my first term in office, government took note of the inadequate numbers of courts in various parts of the country, resulting in citizens traveling long distances to gain access to courts. Government, through the Ministry of Local Government and the District Assembly Common Fund, has commenced in an unprecedented initiative the construction of 90 courts with accompanying accommodation for judges across the country.
Ghana mampanyin na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo nkane etiye.
Na abaya no wanya school mu kwan e wo Cape Coast Mfantema ho no mu ba bia nipa bi kokoku no ebra ho nsem kaye sori a Ghana na etutu no sere ne abasa na opanyine kwankyerefo a wada mental health authority ano Dr. Kwesi Osai betu dwa sesa nipa na ya che omo no ema Ghana fo nya ne se ebia na omadwen mu ka omo we ya na omadwen mu ka omo jenfo omo ko hospital da bi enipa bon for sample no maye no embra ene omundi
bibi anche no se pastor no a oye ne nuaba ekunu no ana boyfriend no ena ohene no bibi anche no se omo adwemo hawo bibi break on nyama beba ebe se bibi santi be hia se ebe hwe wo madwumu na se de ayem se eni da ho bone ni se ka ni brene subambo ne ena ema mo yesa na branche no wa ka ho bi e ka sta we osofo na osofo ni nyaminipa na ankoyi enti we de ayo subambo ne ena osofo no so na nye osofo no yere no ena de sobo ya beba no.
Dr. Kwesi say kwankyerefo opinion na wada mental health authority ano nenka ena muti ye na ahenu obusumi na mu ena o my Ghana esika kora bia ba tan Bank of Ghana oni aposi foka won to mapam ho ti ohugu monten so ena o ya black market na se ba be chew pan okwan no ho a danta wasene ma
marketer uche su omu never ha but they don't have a structured marketer obekọ no otiwa wa ma hono mu a otumenye business obetumi atana ne fie na obi afere no na ko exchange transaction no it was here pepper kwai faswa omo faswa omo dinya dollar no I mean, sure say in our own system, no, even the banks themselves will forward, dollars to the black market.
Professor Lord Mensah, we economist, our University of Ghana Business School, Nenka and Amuti anu ochirechirimu. Say black market for one pin for kutu omuso sana emphasis ebiamba emphasis by timpin for munya kra omutumu de anka faso so. Ense me beto dwa hinu busumi no mu afi emu.
Ni ebeka ya sa abosome kro na emu mampanyi na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo eko Asantemantam mu na okokasa ewo kasafidie bi so ewo honom na anu ochiremu a wosese de Ghana fo ebi no ebo ne nkyerene se afenpinu ni aduonu nan abato no MPP amanyo ko mbetu omade so no omampanyi kiremu ono empusu ne kra ena senior political science lecturer wo University of Education Winneba Dr. Isaac Brako ebekasa se mampanyi wankase yi e wo se wo de chew pakese e koma Asanteman
me me nganga kakra se fida ben ena na hu se obi ka se won to aba ma no ehunu ano enfie kakra bi achi ne yete nana kwa brefo mo nta machi krachi bi sa wo kosre se jan to aba ma wo krachi bi a woni ne si akan okokoye bi allowance bi ho mintua mo ntuntia me ene wona mo pado na ni abre wona bibia no wo kan o sigalamsefo ya chimukura ba bejamu na so ya ya hie no na eho de se bibi wo ka asem bia wo ye mfomso akoka radio so se o mi ye mfomso maka no basa mo mfa nche me na we de baby edi kan di anko ye enti woni asanteman bedin create chat no won sere say anko ye na dia de wo mane say o be wie no say me ji asudia eda me so ne tum.
Wey Dr. Isaac Bracon, Senior Political Science Lecturer at University of Education, Winneba.
Na ahino busumi mu no na enye okokopie mu UK abrochime mu UK ba ahema. Queen Elizabeth otosumienu oje ne ba bi koye na ahino busumi mu na mpinifo pe ne krabre ene Ghana ha sei. Ye ka bi pa ne panipa bi krampo kase. Ena wa be pie mu Ghana asantima mu so mu nanim ani, o mu nanim ayeye. Edin ka be ya Queen aye no kra yenko jimfiri UK. Na nke mbe wono Ghana. Ene na yento yebo na yensie yie ni yentwantoma. Na ha ne yembonsa yentwa jaju. Na ahinu busumi mu na ba ahema ya pe no krabre ho sembe ye dija.
The pattern for many leaders is to be exalted in life.